If you think Obito's dumbest move was declaring war on the world, then that's just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, the trouble began when he got half of his body, along with half of his brain, crushed by a massive boulder. Since then, the kid went bananas, and today we will reminisce about all of his incredibly foolish moves. Let's start from the beginning, in chronological order. Attack on Konoha. For clarity, I will provide a balance of power to help you understand the moments Obito deems ideal for an attack. Power balance. Obito alone versus 500 extras plus 3rd Hokage plus 4th Hokage plus Uchiha clan plus Kakashi. In the anime, this plot is presented in such a way that the cunning beetle Obito capitalizes on the moment perfectly and plans the kidnapping of Kushina during Naruto's birthday party. The ingenious idea is to sneak into the village unnoticed, steal Kushina right after she gives birth, then break the weakened seal and release the Nine Tails by bending it to his will with the Sharingan. Then force the fox to destroy Konoha, and presumably stealthily move a 40-meter fox into a super-secret cave and put the beast into a statue of a Gedo Meizo. Well, let's say the plan is not bad. Or rather, the first part of it, capturing the weakened Jinchuriki and escaping. However, instead of just escape after capturing Kushina, the mad genius Obito decides to fight against the entire village. Moreover, it wasn't even a spontaneous decision. He planned everything in advance. He even prepared the chains to fight Minato one-on-one. All of this he allegedly does out of motives for revenge. The question is, what did Minato do to him? Minato always cared about him and Rin, loving them as his students. Obito's main complaint is that Minato wasn't there when Rin was killed, and therefore he deserves to die. Great logic. Obito himself, by the way, was also absent. So following this logic, he also deserves death. As they say, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. But let's just say okay. Obito decides to engage in a 1v1 battle with Minato, having prepared for this confrontation in advance. What are Minato's chances, you might wonder? He possesses just one Imba skill, the ability to teleport to seals. He slightly enhances this technique by attaching these seals to kunai. It's quite a formidable technique, but Obito is aware of it, and even know how to counter it. Moreover, Obito possesses the Sharingan, granting him the ability to perceive events in slow motion. This allows him to calculate the trajectory of the kunai and anticipate the directions from which Minato might attack. In theory, he should have no issues. In their battle, he even uses this strategy, utilizing his Sharingan to track a flying kunai and shifting into another dimension upon contact.
My man!
It appears to be a perfect timing, a chance to pass through Minato and attack with the chains. After all, he didn't retrieve them from the trash heap for nothing, right? But surprisingly, the half-brained Obito decides to press the attack, neglecting the kunai behind him that he had just evaded. Well, I'm speechless. It's simply baffling. After the embarrassing ass-kicking, Obito didn't immediately enter Kamui, but strangely he retreats on foot. Minato immediately punishes Obito for this stupid mistake. Wondering why he didn't enter Kamui, it turns out he wanted to deliver a grandiose line before departing. Now pay extra attention to what he has to say.
You're worthy of your title, 4th Hokage. Injuring me and separating the Nine Tails from me. But he will be mine one day. I shall rule this world. There are plenty of ways to do it.
Given his tone, he is sick, half-brained fanatic.
Defeated, humiliated, and pissed on, Obito heads home. Meanwhile, a defeated, humiliated, and pissed on Obito, sporting a sorrowful half of his face, returns to a cave that's basically a fart fest. Simultaneously, Minato sacrifices his life to seal the Nine-Tailed in Naruto, which is actually just great timing for Obito to come back on his defeat, but unfortunately he lacked the brains to pull it off. Literally. Okay, Obito foolishly lost his attack on Konoha, but he still managed to kill two of the most dangerous ninja in the village, both of Naruto's parents, Hokage Minato and Jinchuriki Kushina, and you'd think, here's a golden opportunity for a follow-up attack. But instead, Obito seemingly spent the next 7 years sitting in a cave playing cards with Zetsu. You just think about it. He had a huge 7-year window of opportunity with the following power balance. Obito plus Zetsu versus the same village, only the two strongest shinobis are resting 6 feet under, and instead of Kushina, the Jinchuriki is now a newborn baby with cute stripes on the cheeks. And with all that, Obito wouldn't even need to fight anyone, as he could easily slip through the Konoha barrier unnoticed, just like he did before. But this crazy man has his own unique perspective on things.
The Nine-Tailed will be mine one day. There are so many ways to do it. but I'll try to choose the worst.
Next comes the Uchiha clan downfall. Two cousins together massacre their entire clan. By the way, great example of the importance of teamwork in Naruto. Here's how it was.
Make your own kind of music. Sing your own special song.
Listen up. We, Uchiha clan, must stick together. If we want to survive in this village, we need to unite.
Hey! But I want to kill Karuna because last week she killed my brother and took his eyes.
What? I only did this after your brother killed my father to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan, and he did not even awaken it.
Guys, can we focus on the unity thing?
By the by, does it ever strike you as odd that literally everyone in this anime seems to not give a damn about the Uchiha clan? Just take a look. Hiruzen doesn't care about the Uchihas. He relocates them to the outskirts of the village, stoking resentment and rebellion, and then simply orders the annihilation of the entire clan. Obito doesn't care about his clan, Sasuke doesn't care about his clan, and even in the end, Itachi, plus minus, doesn't seem to care about his clan. Otherwise, I can't fathom how he could agree to that mission instead of just taking down the utterly arrogant and weak Hiruzen. Okay, you help Itachi wipe out your entire clan, and you loot a bunch of valuable stuff. So why not capitalize on the chaos you yourself created, and just snatch up the 7-year-old Naruto? Unfortunately, Obito lacked the brains to pull that off, again. For the next 4 years, Obito did not attack Konoha because he promised this to his best friend Itachi, with whom they slaughtered their entire clan. It was shown to us that Obito is afraid of Itachi. Well, guys, I understand. Itachi is strong, I do not argue, but just look at the balance of power if Obito decided to attack. Obito against the same village, without Minato, without Kushina, without the entire Uchiha clan, plus a new Imba technique, Izanagi, and at least 96 pairs of eyes in this screenshot, which means 96 spare lives for Obito, plus with Obito Zetsu, Deidara, Kakuzu, Kisame, Konan, Pain, Sasori, Hidan, plus Orochimaru, who himself is interested in defeating Itachi, but one Itachi will be added on the Konoha side, which, by the way, even the Konoha people will try to kill him because for them, he is the most dangerous renegade ninja, and everyone who knows the truth is either dead or Danzo, who would not refuse a new pair of eyes. Well, guys, I think Obito really has some problems with self-assessment. Then teenage Naruto goes on a training trip with the old pervert Jiraiya, which essentially spans 730 consecutive days, each of which is the perfect opportunity for Obito to obtain the Nine-Tailed without even upsetting his dearest friend Itachi-kun, as there's no need to attack Konoha. You already know the power balance, the entire arsenal of Akatsuki against one Jiraiya and a Geinin Naruto. The reason why the evil genius didn't attack is up to you. When Obito's dear friend Itachi dies, Obito decides to honor his memory and therefore permanently abandons the idea of attacking Konoha. Just kidding. Itachi's body hasn't even had time to cool down yet, and sly bug Obito is already sending Pain to obliterate everything that Itachi fought for the very next day after his death. But the most ridiculous thing here is that even with his rat's nature, Obito still didn't think of attacking Konoha with his entire arsenal, or at least personally controlling the battle to avoid what eventually happened. It seems Obito was waiting for Itachi, Orochimaru, Deidara, Sasori, Hidan, and Kakuzu to all bite the dust before sending just one Pain, along with Konan, to attack the village. Never mind that during this time the Hokage managed to change in the village, and Naruto became so dangerous that he managed to kill Kakuzu and prepare to kick Pain's ass. Well, talk about strategic genius, right? And while Pain goes on his fun mission to destroy Konoha, Obito makes the brilliant decision to tell Sasuke the whole truth about Itachi. A very clever one indeed.
Hey Sasuke, your brother and I were dear friends. We even decided together to exterminate your entire class.
Then unexpectedly, Pain loses, and Obito is so shocked by what happened that he decides to find Naruto on his own and capture him? What? No! What are you talking about? Obito isn't some criminal from Brazil. In the ninja world, all conflicts are resolved peacefully, humanly, by talking over a cup of warm tea in a warm bed. Speaking seriously, Obito chose not to attack Naruto because Kakashi was in the next room, but who cares about Kakashi? If you've noticed, in all the previous instances, Kakashi was also with the Jinchuriki. Yet Obito didn't even take him into account. The actual reason Obito didn't attack the defenseless Naruto was due to the presence of a truly terrifying monster nearby.
Yamato is bestowed with the legendary genes of Hashirama Senju himself. Move over historical ninja figures because Yamato's coming through. Rumor has it that he can shapeshift into a forest at will. You heard me right, a whole forest. While other shinobi painstakingly master the most challenging techniques, Yamato won't even lift a finger. It's all child's play for him. Why be just a shinobi when you can be a walking ecosystem? With the grace of a seasoned professional, Yamato effortlessly tames the nine-tailed, quelling its destructive tendencies with nothing more than a stern look. Not a jutsu, mind you, just a stern look. I am no fool and understand perfectly well that fighting such a beast like Yamato is suicide, so I decide to retreat while I'm still alive.
Having miraculously avoided certain death, Obito realized that while Naruto was with such a monster, it would be useless to attack him, even with all the power of Akatsuki and the newly acquired Rinnegan. Therefore, Obito decides to use one last ploy to separate Naruto from Yamato. He declares war on the entire shinobi world, because during the turmoil there is a great chance that they will split up, and then it doesn't matter that there will be 80,000 ninjas along with Naruto. They are more likely to be dealt with than Yamato. And now a serious power balance. Obito plus Izanagi plus Rinnegan plus Zetsu plus Kisame, all other Akatsuki members are dead, plus weak Zetsu army. Against Konoha village without third Hokage, without fourth Hokage, without Kushina, without Uchiha clan, but with strong Naruto, who defeated Pain Solo, plus Kakashi, plus Beast Yamato, plus Killer Bee, plus 5 Kage, and plus, finally, 80,000 extras.
Perfect timing!
Needless to say, in this scenario, Obito had no chance. He was lucky that Kabuto took pity on the sight of the half-brained invalid going to war against overwhelming odds. Kabuto removed the main obstacle in Obito's path by kidnapping Yamato. And, well, he resurrected a couple of hundred great ninjas and also strengthened the Zetsu army a couple of times.
There are many ways to click on the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't be like Obito. Subscribe and stay cool